Alright guys, I'm hoping in this episode we're going to get this into a complete roller on the ground. Probably not functioning yet because I've got to get it wired up and I've got to figure out where I'm going to do that. I also have a controller box that I need to hide, and I'm thinking we could make like almost like a fake oil tank under the seat, but I need to place the seat to figure that part out because of the airbag. So, and I kind of want to have it too so where I can put a key on it on and off. I don't want it to, this battery doesn't come that way, so I'm going to have to wire in a key, which I kind of want to do it into that fake oil tank under here as well. So we're not going to talk a lot here. We're just going to get to work. Let's go. Alright guys, just pausing it right here for a quick second, but the rear end is on. These are all in, tacked in. Now, one thing I learned, if you noticed at all that I had little teeny holes in my head tube and in a few other places, well, I was learning that when you're TIG welding and it gets so hot in there that it builds up gas, and that gas will blow its way through the weld. That's how it gets so hot and there's so much pressure, and the gas will actually blow out of the weld while you're TIG welding it. Scares the shit out of you. But I learned that you just go in and you add little pilot holes here, here, here. I did it in the head tube, right in here, 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 and here. I did it up in the head tube just so that it can release that gas out and it doesn't blow out while you're welding. Even know that these tubes are not connected together. Once you seal this up inside, that gas has nowhere to go. And yes, that's still open, but it's not going to find its way over there. It's going to build pressure right here and it's going to blow back out through the welds, especially if you didn't clean it really, really good, which I do. But super happy with today's progress. This is looking killer. I'm going to go ahead now that these are on. We're going to do the bottom bracket, and then we're going to put a wheel on here and then figure out where the seat's going to go. I didn't want to do the seat without a wheel. So that'll be the next thing, but I've already been down here enough. It's hot as all hell here in Florida right now. So we're going to get back on this tomorrow. Till then. I'd say not too bad. I am still by no means professional or proficient at TIG, but I'll take it. The rest of it I gotta get when I can take this out and flip it. Alright guys, I just had to get it up there and see how it was gonna look. Everything is completely TIG welded now and finished. I do need to weld underneath the bottom here, but the wheel is on. It fits so good, and I am so excited how this thing looks. It looks so badass. So next we've got to put the seat on. The reason I needed to get it to where it was right now is because I couldn't put the seat on until I knew how far back the wheel was going to be, and I needed to get it back as far as I could without it looking stupid, because it needs to look like a chopper, and I think it does. It's going to have plenty of ground clearance with this big fatty boy tire, so I'm happy about that. The biggest issue I had with my red one was, unfortunately, I did make it too low, and it looked great, but it was hard to ride like downtown Tampa where it's bumpy and they have cobblestone streets. So it made it a little difficult, and I was scratching it up. Didn't want to do that. Not with this one. Not at 40 maybe miles an hour. That would suck. So yes, got tank done. Fender's just there chilling until we figure out the seat. Once the seat is done, because I do got to make a post that's going to go in here. So the seat here can get on there. It's going to sit like that. I think that's perfect. Right there. Plenty of room between the fender and the seat, and it's going to look sick right there, and I'll be able to have enough room for the bracket. I'll probably flip the bracket around. That'll give me enough room. Biggest issue with this here is that these seats come with a nylock nut. So what makes it a little bit more difficult is when you're trying to tighten the nylock nut, you basically just start spinning the airbag. You cannot get it all the way done. So once I get this bracket on, I'm going to run down to the hardware store, find a regular nut like I did on my last one that's this size, get rid of the nylock, tighten it up, call it a day. But it is hot down here. Florida has got to be like 98 degrees right now, and it is so hot in this shop, especially all that TIG welding. Dude, the guys it's getting so much better. It is definitely not perfect. I'm not a perfect TIG welder. It is not internet Instagram worthy yet, but I'm happy with it. I know it's strong. I'm getting good filler in there. Dropped a couple dimes in a few places. You know what? I'll take the small wins, and good enough is good enough. See ya. Oh, happy Father's Day if you're watching. For the dads, happy Father's Day. I'm going to take tomorrow off and spend it with my kids, so that's going to be fun. See ya later on in the week. guys, fender is completely mocked up. Everything's welded on. Don't worry, these bolts are just temporary. I needed something long, so I needed to see how much spacing I need. Got about 3 washers in there. I'll probably get some little rubber spacers to go in there because this fender is going to get painted anyway. But the bottom's done, top's done. She's on there now, nice and straight. Everything's good to go. But other than that, everything just needs to be finish welded. Finish weld here, here, here. That's done. I still need to get underneath, and then we can go ahead and get everything pretty mocked up. I don't have the wheel built yet. I do need to go build the wheel because we're gonna have to take it apart again because the front needs brakes. I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. I need to get caliper. Well, I have a caliper for the front, but I need to build brackets for the front so that I'll have a front brake. So, but I got to put the wheel together to do that, but then the wheel's gonna get powdered later, so yeah. Anyway, enough talking. I'm going to call it a day for today, but we will get back on this tomorrow. Slight problem. Didn't realize running such a fat tire was going to give me such an issue, but it is. So basically I need to extend these probably another inch at least. So I was going to make them, but I really want to have my CB in there. So I'm going to get a hold of John, see if he can go ahead and make me some longer ones like this and add the brake tab. Quite honestly, I don't really want to make the brake tab. By hand, they don't ever come out right, and he can do it just like he did here, where they're just kind of built in. So other than that, we've got the kickstand, some finish welding to do, and then we can finish up these forks. So what we've got so far, and we kind of have to stop here just because I'm running out of stuff that I can technically do right now. I did have to order a bigger rotor, but this is working. So the caliper will sit right in here in those grooves. I just need to get a bigger rotor because really it's not even touching it, and I know the wheel's going to have to come back. We went ahead, we got the airbag in, seats done, mounted, welded, kickstand on, done, welded, finished. I need to open this up a little bit so that we can get the bottom bracket assembly in, get the crank on, find out, I don't know if you guys have noticed this before, but this is a 7-speed. I'm going to probably use the biggest cog ring here. I don't know, I may be able to even maybe take this off and put on another one. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I figured this gives me a lot of room as far as where I want my chain, and then I can remove the ones I don't want. So we'll see what happens. That was just the way the wheel came. It was super cheap. I think I paid $300 for the entire kit. And I'll find it and I'll link that below. But I think, like I said, I think we're gonna stop here. Next time you guys see this, we're gonna get it through powder, get the front wheel done, and the fork pieces will be in. All of that will be finished in the next episode. Hopefully, like I said, full rider, full roller, all of that. So thanks guys for watching. I will see you real soon.